Hey guys, Michelle here with Pop Shop America. Thanks for tuning in this evening for our live watercolor tutorial. We're really excited about this tutorial. Watercolors are oh so dreamy and fun, and I can't wait to dive into some fun and different techniques with you. So first off, I just want to mention a little bit about our Craft and Style subscription box. We've really had such a great time curating each box and packing each box and making it extra special for you. It's a real treat for us, and we hope that it is for you too. So each month we feature a new DIY craft, and that will be delivered right to your door, full of all the necessary supplies, with step-by-step directions for you to get creating. We also provide you with links to blog posts that will also guide you through your craft. So they make really fun and thoughtful gifts. You can even purchase a few and have a crafting party with your friends. Also to note, we have DIY kits that are always available online in our shop. So just hop on over to popshopamerica.com, go to shop, and you'll find all of our crafting joy in there. So, and we're also available on Etsy. So before we dive into all these fun different watercolor techniques, first off, we're going to talk about supplies because that is super important. So our first supply that we're going to go over are the watercolors themselves. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. Brittany's here helping and assisting.
I'm in the background running tech, you guys.
So if y'all want to say hi.
Hi, and it's really hard for me to not interject because I have passion for watercolors. And I'm like, like every time Michelle says something.
Anytime. So the watercolors that we have here today are in tubes. They also come in solids. I really like the tubes because it's a lot better and easier to mix colors and really get the different shades that you're going after. This is a really great brand, but you can find watercolors at any local art store. So next up, we are going to talk about brushes for a moment. So synthetic brushes, move these guys out of the way. Thanks, Brittany. Thanks. Synthetic brushes are always going to be your best bet. You're not going to have little hairs fall off during your creation because those are kind of hard to get out. So there's different sizes. As you can see, 12 is going to be the largest, and as the numbers go down, a little out of order here, that's okay. As the numbers go down, the brush size will go down. So the more fine the brush, the more detail that you're going to get. The larger brushes are really great for working with backdrops and things like that. So next up, also very important, is your paint tray. So any kind of tray that has a flat surface like you see here in the center is going to be really great for mixing and just getting different opacities of color. So just a little simple paint tray like that. Next up, we have watercolor paper. Very important to use watercolor paper. Now this is something you cannot skimp out on. If you use printer paper, it's going to spider web out, get all curly. You're not going to have fun or be happy. So I just want to talk about the different kinds of paper that you see here real quick. This one right here that I'm pointing to is called a hot press. So as you can see, the surface is going to be nice and smooth. This is really great for any like fine detail painting that you're going to do if you want to do like flowers or anything like that. Next, this is going to be cold press. So this is kind of in the middle of a rough and a hot press. This is actually my favorite to use. And then here we have rough paper. And as you can see, it's a lot more textured. So this is really great if you're doing something more abstract, or if you want to do like galaxies or moon phases, things like that. I also like to have on hand a little piece of scrap paper, just so I can kind of test my colors as I'm going. And it just always helps to have scrap paper.
Do you want to introduce any of the supplies that are specific to the fun activities that we're going to do later?
Yeah,
just to like show
absolutely.
Some like cool... Here, let me
For
pass
sure. Thank you.
So these are not things that you need to practice watercolor. These are cool supplies that you can practice different unique techniques. So Michelle is showing you things that are fun but are not essential for your basic watercolor. But we will do all of these as different demos later, so you'll see how they're used with watercolor along the way.
Oh, and some tissue. And a marker.
Be surprising. And you know what?
That will go with the tissue.
We're not going to use that as a marker. We're going to use it in a different way. So that's going to be really cool.
Stay tuned so you can find out what we do with this marker.
Here, do you want me to just tell people really quickly what these are?
Sure.
So you've got some stencils, and these are the ones that Michelle picked out, and she's really cute, so she picked out a llama and a cactus and some flowers, and these, I love these too. And we told you about this marker and this tissue, and then the marker, we're not going to use it as a marker, so this is going to be a really cool one. And actually, Michelle just showed me this a few minutes ago. I had no idea. And so it's really, what's really cool is that anytime you're working creatively, it's like you can always learn something new. No matter where you're at, you're going to learn something. We have this micron, which is a type of technical pen. This is a disposable technical pen, and it's awesome. I'm a big fan of microns in a lot of different situations, so these are just handy to have around all the time. Iodized salt.
My favorite technique.
My favorite too. Just gorgeous. So please stay tuned for what we're going to do with this because it's beautiful. This is a white crayon. You could also use this with like a clear wax or like a wax crayon like you would get in an Easter egg dyeing kit. And these we're going to use with the stencils. And this is going to be something called a wax resist technique. So we'll talk about that later. And this is another one of my favorites because it's a very dreamy, washed out image. And so that's it for supplies, right?
Just a couple more.
Oh, yeah.
So next we have, in conjunction kind of with the paper, we have some painter's tape. And this is going to be super helpful when you're working on a full sheet of paper, covering the whole paper with paint, because sometimes the paper will start to fold a little bit when it gets wet. So this just helps tape it down, and then you have a really nice border around your paper as well. And then last but not least, of course, is the water. Now you always want to have two jugs of water. One for cleaning your brush and one for on the paper. All right, so that covers all of the supplies. So now we're ready to get started on some really fun and awesome watercolor techniques.
You want me to do it? Technical difficulties.
Moment.
Let's see. Push a button. How about maybe share? No. Do we just cancel out?
I don't know.
Why do I not know this? Y'all, sorry about this. We'll edit this later so you don't have to... okay, got it. Okay, bye-bye. Next video.
Bye.